I'm joined by Scott Johnson. He's from the Proper Blokes Club, a great initiative that's been going for a while now. There's quite a lot of walk and talk, men's mental health, things springing up, which is excellent. Scott, I mean, do you want to first of all just kick into how things got started with this group?
So it all just stems from just my own personal experiences, really. I went through some troubles a few years ago and finally reached out and got some support from the NHS and had some counselling with those guys. But what it was with them is they give you 6 to 8 sessions and then it's just you're back out in the open again, really. So I needed to try and find ways to manage my own mental health on a sort of a daily basis, long term.
Yeah.
And I ended up Googling it, which can always be a bad thing, I guess. wasn't too bad, and it just said about exercise was a great way to maintain good mental health and stuff like that. So walking was the one for me, really. So I just started doing lots of walking, really. In September 2020, when the group officially started, it was only going to be just a Facebook page with myself doing walks and doing videos talking about stuff that I've been through. But then it ended up developing into an actual group where people met up when we had the break in lockdown.
Yeah.
And then we started off in Sussex. One lad turned up to the first walk we done. Nearly 2 years later, we were in 5 boroughs, over 100 lads a week turned up on all the walks, and it's going from strength to strength, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's tremendous. Well, I'm going to mention it now anyway. The properblokesclub.co.uk. I mean, have a look on that website. Also, the Twitter @Blokes Club. The growth is phenomenal, and I've coming from a mental health background myself. It's a fantastic thing. Men's mental health isn't something that is given enough time, and I think the beauty of this is it's non-medicalised. I mean, a lot of things get medicalised, and you're put in a little box. I think it's the importance of just getting out of those 4 walls, getting out, being around people, and just talking and walking. I think it's a fabulous initiative. For instance, like if I was coming along and I was like wanting to get involved, how do you normally go about it? Is it just pop you an email at theproperblokesclub@gmail.com, or how?
Yes. So basically, obviously, you've got the link to the website and stuff like that, and then that's got a link to all of our social media pages. So I'm always available on any of those platforms if anyone wants to message me directly on those. And then what I tend to do is when they ask about the walks and stuff like that, I tell them about their local walks, and sometimes if they really, really need it, we can do a little one-to-one walk beforehand just to ease them in so they can see me face to face and have a talk about it. If they're comfortable in the group setting straight away, all they need to do is just tell me they're coming, and they come down on the day. So we want to try and make it as easy as possible for people to access it and get involved in it. So there's no waiting list, there's no big forms you need to fill out, there's no personal details. Just tell me you're coming, come down and get involved.
Yeah. Well, talking about getting involved, Saturday 26th of March this year, I believe there is a little walk going from RYE to Hastings. Have you finalised any of those details?
So basically, we decided when we started the multiple groups up, we wanted to find a way to get everybody together in a neutral location where we can all go for a walk together. And what we've been doing, this would be our 4th one we've done now down on the south coast. So get everyone together probably every 3 months maybe. We offer it out to people to come down and get involved. And this one we're going to be doing RYE to Hastings, as I said, on the 26th of March, which will be a Saturday. And we're looking to arrive in RYE for around 9:45 a.m. But that could be subject to change due to train cancellations or a different station, anything like that. So probably a week before the actual time be confirmed. But we want to try and get there around that time.
Yeah. And where are you setting off from specifically?
Yeah, we're going directly from the station, so that'd be our meeting point, and then we're ending Hastings, and that's obviously where we get the train home from there. But what we tend to do is when we finish at the end location, we might have a few social drinks, maybe something to eat at the end as well. So anyone in Hastings or RYE is welcome to come along to the whole walk or meet us at any point and come and see what the lads do, and you're more than welcome to get involved, any lads. Oh,
that's brilliant. Well, yeah, I'm going to try and promote that as best I can on the podcast and spread the word. I mean, anyone that is listening that's also obviously a Hastings fan, it's so easy to get involved. It's not medicalised. It's not, literally having a nag and a walk.
There's no pressure on talking about stuff you don't want to talk to in any of these walks. You don't have to be in a bad place to come. It's just what we're doing. We're just trying to create a safe space where lads can be open and talk about whatever they want to, and not be judged at all. So if they are in a bit of a bad place and they want to come, more than welcome. There's a lot of ears that can listen to any issues you've got. But then if you're in a really good place, just want to come out and meet some of the lads and have a nice walk on a Saturday, they're more than welcome as well. And one thing we don't do, we don't give any advice, because none of us are qualified to do that. All we do is just lend an ear and just sort of hopefully that takes a bit of pressure off of how they're feeling at that time.
Great stuff. So I mean, where do you see this going in the future? Obviously, you've got a lot of branches starting up very quickly, really. I mean, as you've only been going since 2020. I mean, where do you see yourself in the next few years with this?
Well, so the 5-year plan we've got now, since when we started, was to try and have a walk in every borough of London, basically. There's 32 boroughs in London, so we want to try and get a walk in every one of those within 5 years. But when I first started this, I'm still actually doing it. I'm working here around a part-time job I'm doing at the moment. But it's taken us so much now that we're actually going to turn it into an official community interest company, so we can try and get some funding, some private funding, so I don't affect any of the service users. So I can really focus on it full time.
Yeah.
And then I can really make some big progress in trying to push these out in every borough of London, and hopefully further afield. And it'd be great to have some down at the south coast where you guys are, being by the sea. What an amazing place to have one. It's very therapeutic being by the water, and I'd be happy to talk to anyone down in that way that wants to maybe start a proper Blokes Club branch down that end. So I'm open to suggestions.
Yeah, that was my next question to you. How will they do that? But as you say, you're open to that. So just to reiterate, so it's theproperblokesclub.co.uk, the website, @blokesclub on the Twitter. The email is theproperblokesclub@gmail.com. Do you have a phone number as well?
That's 07397 501110. But all that's on so if they go directly to the website, it's got all our social media links, email, phone, everything all in that one bit there. So they can check out any of them.
It's an absolute pleasure, mate. I hope the RYE To Hastings walk goes well, and I hope there's lots of people on it. I'm going to pester I'm going to pester anyone that give me a slap. I'll put this out there because, as you say, it's just about getting out there. This isn't about, you don't have to be in a bad place to go and do this. You can be in a good place. It's just getting out there, having a bit of a laugh, bit of a chat. As you say, there might be a couple of beers or a bag of chips at the end. So, I mean, what's not to like there?
Yeah, the only bad thing was that Hastings weren't playing at home that weekend. I looked at it, they're away now, I think, so that would have been a nice way to end it. Well, unfortunately, I think we're at East Grinstead, which is but I mean, as I say, you were saying about people getting involved, setting up branches here. It's so easy. Scott, take care, mate, and have a good afternoon. You
all right?
too, pal.
Yeah, see you, mate.
See you, mate. Thank you so much, brother.
No worries.